Okay, Karen, how did you decide on dental school?
So my journey to dentistry is very interesting because I used to be a finance major before, but I didn't feel fulfilled by it. So in my journey of trying to figure out what I wanted to do in life, I had a conversation with my sister actually, and she told me, "Have you considered dentistry?" I began to think about it more and I began to do some research and I really liked it. And so I decided, let me go shadow a dentist and see what happens. And the moment I shadowed a dentist, it was life changing. I really fell in love with dentistry in that moment. The life work balance was great, but more than that, the passion that the dentist had for the patients, the impact that it had, the hand skills, everything about dentistry was super beautiful.
For me, it was very similar, and I really love the aspect of you having a long-term relationship with the patient, that they not only see you in one visit and that's it, they're gone, but they will come back, especially maybe within that year if you have a good relationship with them, if you good record. And that's amazing for me, that I will be able to see the growth and building up on top of that. For
So
me,
how do we mentor each other?
well, for me, it's super nice to have my sister, especially when it comes to my manual skills. And so she always kicks in sim lab whenever I need kind of like advice on which technique to use, class ones, class threes, class fives. That's what we have done so far.
Especially restorations.
Especially restorations, because I love to do preps, but restorations, that's been a struggle for me. So she teaches me kind of like the burrs to use, the angulation, how much deep do I have to go, and stuff like that. She really helps me a lot.
And when I mentor her, it's very helpful for me as well. And I learn from her because as I'm teaching, it reminds me of things that I have learned. And so it's very useful to mentor each other.
And it's great because you kind of know how, like, what to expect and what to go for. When you're in Siblam, you're like, okay, I already see this. She already taught me and walked me through the technique. And so that really helps to not go super unprepared. Any advantages to having a sister in dental school?
There are so many advantages to having my sister in dental school. First off, we support each other through everything. I feel like other people, it's very hard to understand what being a dental student is like. And so having somebody like my sister who understands me, who knows what I'm going through, is a great emotional support. And of course, there's like so many perks like living together, we cook together, clean together. It's great.
Yeah, some weeks get very stressful, and I just like to like hub on her bedroom and be like, Karen, I'm going through this, and she's like, you're gonna be fine. She makes everything less intimidating, and I think that's definitely a plus of having my sister here. She really just like supports me not only with her words but with her actions. One time I remember now that I left my keys at home for the sim lab, and she was at home, she brought it to me. I was like, oh my god, this is such a good thing that happened, that she's there for me. So yeah, and also like for didactics, I wanted to mention that she like I can have her notes and see what she like her mind was when she was going through class and the special notes that she added for me. So that's good too.
What's your approach for studying for classes?
It definitely depends on the class. Like for example, if it's biochemistry or physiology or human anatomy, those are really hard courses. So I kind of like start studying like a few, maybe 4 days in advance, going through all the lectures, making my own notebook, and highlighting what's important, highlighting what looks like high yield. Definitely that. For manual skills, SimLab, I have to go day by day, making sure I show up, because that's not something you can build overnight. So definitely that. And then when it comes to the day of the exam, you will see me waking up at 4 a.m., 3 a.m., not too healthy. I take a Celsius and we run on that
Yeah,
caffeine.
she takes an energy drink so early in the morning, and I'm like, you shouldn't be doing that. But
Yeah, that's definitely a difference. I kind of the day of, I go very hard on making sure it's ready before the exam.
yeah, I feel like I'm very similar in the sense that I start preparing early for the exam. So usually like 5 days in advance, I would already start reviewing lectures, going over PowerPoints. I also like to write things down, which I think Kayla doesn't, but it really helps me memorize things. So that's like a difference between our studying styles. But I
Yeah.
do not take Celsius in the morning. I try to be more healthy. I go to the gym, so
Yeah.
yeah.
I do not recommend that, but yeah, I don't know. I just pulled that off. Day off.